Hey there. So I have it on strict authority, and no, it's not from the guys at the North Pole, but I am told that a lot more people are putting their Christmas trees up earlier and getting decorated far ahead of time this Christmas. So thought it would just be a little timely opportunity to say to any of you that have not been through a Christmas season while trying to recover from an eating disorder, that right about now, at this back end period of November, when everyone's starting to talk about Christmas and the preparation for that period, albeit that it's going to be a little bit weird and crazy this year, this is a really good time for that eating disorder to start worrying you, panicking you, causing you all that anxiety, because you're starting to think, oh my God, I'm going to be expected to go to somebody's for a Christmas meal, or I'm going to be expected to join in that celebration, or oh my God, I'm going to have to host people with all that nice food, or I'm going to have to mask the fact that actually this year I've really started to struggle with eating where I didn't previously, or I'm going to be on show again and everybody's known about my eating disorder, and then people are going to be looking at my body or what's on my plate. I'm just throwing this out there just to say this is kind of a real time for your head just to kind of explode with all those thoughts and those expectations of what you anticipate is going to happen during the season. So what can you do about it? Well, the first thing to know is you're going to worry, you're going to have that level of anxiety, but it's within you to control that. The very last thing you should be doing is using this season for that prior few weeks before Christmas to start offsetting the period of Christmas enjoyment, indulgence, whatever you want to call it. The worst things that I and many people have done where they've gone through eating disorder recovery during a period of the festive season is seeing it coming along the horizon and thinking, oh my goodness, that's Christmas coming in the direction. Oh no, I'm definitely gonna have to start preparing for it. Must start restricting more, must start exercising more. Oh my God, somebody's gonna expect me to eat more chocolate over Christmas, so I must absolutely rule this out. You know what happens? All you do is create more sense of guilt, more sense of restriction, more sense of deprivation, and then whatever happens in those coming weeks and months, you become grumpier, more unhappy, more mistrusting of your own body and yourself, a less likable person around the very people that you ought to be spending time with, your loved ones and your friends. And when it comes to the period where you actually had planned that, you might slightly indulge more, you probably won't, but you will still end up telling yourself that you have excessively indulged, or that you have binged when actually you haven't even done anything slightly close to that. You have just let go a little bit more, or you've slightly moved the barometer around which you'd governed that you could eat prior to that in the first few weeks. So it just benefits no one. All it does is create that sense of denial and restriction and utter guilt and shame and stigma that are the very things we're trying to get over if we want to be able to live a life of freedom with our eating disorder recovery. So yes, in the next few weeks, there's going to be all sorts of warning bells. What can I suggest you do? I suggest you say, no more. I will not succumb to another awful festive season where the eating disorder is ruling the day. I will make sure this is a happy occasion for myself, my family, my loved ones, my friends, however many of them you get to see. Make this a year that you commit to you and you commit to enjoying the Christmas season. Do not let the next few weeks become purgatory as you drag yourself towards Christmas, knowing that your life looks about as far away from those festive scenes on the Christmas cards as it could possibly do. You don't want to be alone and unhappy. You want to be out there having fun, round the table having Christmas dinner, out there in the snow having a snowball fight. Be the person who has a happy Christmas.